Okay, at this point, you should have your PDF all finished, and I've gone through this and cleaned it all up. And I've switched things around a bit so that the table of contents isn't exactly the same as it was before. And I've made all the headings the same size and all the subheadings the same size and the same color. Made the thing more uniform. As well, I went through and read the whole thing and changed each paragraph on my way through so that it more accurately depicts the way I speak and the way I get points across to people. I've now truly made this my own product. Now, like I said in the last video, at this point we could create a PDF. And to do that, all you do is do File, and then go down and where it says Export as PDF and click on that. It then asks for a name for it. Click on Save. Another dialog box comes up now with the PDF options. Now you can use any of these options. For instance, if you want to just have certain pages, you'd put it here. And then the compression, export bookmarks, etc. Most of the time you're going to want to take the default on this side. Initial view. These are all the normal values that a normal PDF file has when you open it. And then the user interface. And security, and this is where you can actually encrypt the PDF document if you wanted to give it a password to protect it. So you can say encrypt the PDF document, and then you can set a password here if you wanted to do it that way. You can also restrict permissions. This will keep people from being able to do a copy, a paste, etc. And then you can set the permission password here if you want. But we're not going to do either of those. We're just going to create a general PDF. So when you click Export, it will have exported it for you. If we open our folder now, we can see that here's the PDF file. And if we open that, our ebook is now in PDF format, and the links that we have in here, if we find some, will be clickable links as well. For instance, here's one here. So you see that when we put our cursor over that, it allows us to click on the link, and it actually brings up the site that we're linking to in there. So that's all there is to creating a PDF. Now what I'm going to want to do though is I'm going to want to put an image in my document as well. So we're going to update this document later and then create a PDF. It's very important that you don't use the graphics that came with the packages. What you want to do is create your own graphics. Now some of the packages may have come with PNG files that have layers intact that you can modify if you know how to do that. That's fine. But what I'm going to do here is show you how to create some simple graphics using Paint.net. This will not be a comprehensive instruction tutorial, but it will be enough to get you to be able to create your own graphics for your own site and to put in your ebook. Of course, the better option, if you're not very familiar with graphics, is to hire it out if you have the money, but I'll show you how to get started using free software. Of course, the first thing you're going to want to do is download and install Paint.net, and you can find the link to that in the resources document. And once you've done that, we'll fire up, so we'll select what we want. Then all you do is you come and you decide where you want to start here. Now if we were to type right now, our text is the same color as our background. We won't be able to see it. So what we're going to want to do is click on a color for our text. In this case, we'll just select black. And we can grab a hold of this little thing and we can move this where we like it. And now if we want to do a subheading, just go into Edit, and clicking outside of the area down here allows you to create a new text area. And then we can change our font size here and even our font if we want. Around it. Then we will do a bucket fill. Well, first we'll change our color to something like a light yellow like that. We'll do a paint bucket and just click inside there and it highlights that for us in a different color. There you go. So now we've created a simple banner. Now you're going to want to save this. So do a save as, and then you're going to put it in your computer where you want to save it. So you just select it on this side, and then we'll just name this header. It's our header graphic, and we'll save it. So that has saved it in paint.net format, but and that allows us to keep our layers intact, but this will not work on our website, so we have to save it as a JPG. Now we should deselect this, like so. So now what we want to do, and all that did was unselected this area here. So now what we want to do is do a save as, and this time we're going to want to select a different type here, and we're going to want to save it as a JPEG. Click Save. Now it's telling us, asking us about the quality. Click OK. And here it tells us we need to flatten it. What that means is going to take all of the layers and it's going to make one layer out of them. So just click Flatten. And we're done here. So this is now header.jpg, and we actually have the JPG open here. And if we were to go to our project folder, here's header.jpg. If we click on that, this is what our header now looks like. And we created this from just images and text. And you can do the same thing. And if we were to open that in a browser, so if we do an open with and then Firefox, for instance, and there's what it looks like in the web browser. So we now created a simple header. And that concludes this video. In the next video, we will go and create our footer and our buttons, and we'll also touch on creating an e-cover for our product as well.